Welcome back. Thank you very much for staying with us. Now, Black Friday has swiftly evolved since 2014 to a significant annual retail shopping event on the South African consumer shopping calendar. Its popularity gained traction as the annual shopping event of the year because it's cleverly scheduled for the last Friday in November, which generally is after payday and comes at a time of the year when consumers are planning their festive events and shopping. Now, joining us for a discussion on Black Friday is Alfred Matsimbi. He's Education and Communication Officer at the National Credit Regulator. Good afternoon, Mr. Matsimbi. Thank you very much for joining us. Unfortunately for some, you're not joining us to share insights on where we can get the best bargains, the best deals. You're joining us to actually be the voice of reason on such an exciting day for some, where you have gone on to say that for the NCR, Black Friday for you guys has turned into that powerful or serves as an opportunity to further educate the consumers. Just talk to us about what education you would feel is necessary at this time of the year.
Greetings, good afternoon to the viewers at home. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Look, we regard, at the NCR, we regard Black Fridays as a crucial launching point, PET, as you have indicated, to educate consumers about responsible borrowing, but also responsible usage of our hard-earned monies. Look, majority of our people do not have basic consumer education. They do not have the financial literacy. And that's the reason why we are saying very, very important as they are going out there to take advantage of Black Friday specials. They must just make informed decisions because that's what is lacking among our people, informed financial decisions that will avoid compromising your financial well-being, and at the end of the day, you end up being negatively or adversely listed at the credit bureaus.
Among the informed decisions or financial decisions, you say that perhaps people should avoid borrowing to buy, in as much as possibly there are a lot of bargains around this period. But if it is avoidable, some shouldn't borrow money to buy because you find yourself paying off that loan for the next year, throughout the next year in 2026.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Look, the current debt that South Africans have is above 2.44 trillion. And unfortunately, out of that, we have those consumers who are negatively listed. The percentage of consumers that are negatively listed, it is above 36%. Now, in numbers, we're talking about 10.54 million consumers who are negatively listed. And as a result, they are in trouble. They cannot cope with what they have. And some of the very important goods that they have end up being repossessed because of failure to service their debt. So I know many consumers will say, no, interest rates got reduced recently. Look, we remain optimistic about that. But unfortunately, you still have food to buy.
Yeah.
You still have other important services to be paying for. So it's very important that consumers must remain vigilant and not fall victims of cyber crimes, as well as those who are misleading, those misleading advertisements that we have. Thank you.
Now, those lowered interest rates are indeed enticing, but there's also the new credit options such as buy now and pay later. Oh, unfortunately, I understand that we have run out of time. I hope at a later stage we can invite you to talk about some of those credit options such as the buy now and pay later and how they entice people and lead to being further indebted. But that was Alfred Matsimbi, Education and Communication Officer at the National Credit Regulators, basically saying just try to be more responsible and make good financial decisions as you go out and look for those incredible bargains this weekend.